Hey, this is Alex, and I'm with Gamers for Change, a movement created to decrease the amount of hostility within the gaming community and to channel the gaming community's energy into positive worldwide change. And I would actually like to start this video off with an apology on behalf of Gamers for Change for two things. The first is we haven't released a video in over a week, or a week exactly, and we're really sorry for that, and this has actually been because of the holidays. We've all just been really busy with holiday stuff in general, and for me, I've had a really hard time finding a couple minutes of quiet in which I can do a commentary without being interrupted by stuff in the background. So yeah, we apologize, and we're gonna try to fix this by releasing a lot of videos in the next couple days. And we would also like to apologize for the fact that we haven't really kept true to our promise. We said that we would raise attention for notable humanitarian causes in our video Get Diggerstrummed, and we haven't done that since the video Get Diggerstrummed, and I'm going to rectify that right now by raising attention for this thing I found on Facebook. I'm subscribed to the Facebook page of the band Matt and Kim, and recently they posted this thing that they started with Zinc from American Express. It's a movement to combat youth homelessness in the United States. So what Matt and Kim did is they made this backstage pass video thingy on spin.com, and for every view that it gets, $1 will be donated to combat youth homelessness in the United States. So I'll have a link to that in the video description, and after watching this video, please watch that video on spin.com and share it with your friends if you can. And also, if you didn't know about Matt and Kim until now, I would really recommend checking out their music because it's just really good, and I find it really fun, and I think they're great people, and their music deserves more attention in my opinion. So I'll have a link to their YouTube page in the video description as well. Moving on, I would like to answer a question that was asked on my promo update / thank you / Gamers for Change and FBWalshyFTW backstory video, which was just it's a very common question I get actually. I was just asking like, how did you come up with FBWalshyFTW and what does it mean? And FBWalshyFTW stands for Final Boss Walshy for the win. And Final Boss is a professional video gaming team that mainly plays Halo and it mainly plays on the MLG Pro Circuit, the Major League Gaming Pro Circuit. And Walshy is a professional video gamer whose main game is Halo, who also mainly plays on the MLG Pro Circuit. And Walshy was one of the founders, and he was the captain of this team for 3-4 years, between 2005 and a bit of 2008. And Walshy and Final Boss mainly became known through their just incredible Halo 2 gameplay. They were the most dominant team in Halo 2 by far. And I actually found out about Final Boss and Walshy through Walshy's Final Halo 2 montage on YouTube, which was released in August of 2006, I think. And my friend Nate introduced me to MLG prior to this montage, but when I saw this montage and I saw how incredible it was, and how the footage was great, the editing was great, everything about this montage was great. So it really piqued my interest in MLG and Final Boss. And because I watched this montage, I went over to MLGpro.com and I found out about all of these things. I found out about MLG, I found out about Final Boss, and I found out more about Walshy, and I became a really huge fan almost immediately. So when I was making my YouTube username, March of 2007, these things are really relevant in my life, so I made it FBWalshyFTW. So yeah, that's the story behind FBWalshyFTW. And looking back, it wasn't a very good decision to make my username FBWalshyFTW because number one, Walshy's not a Final Boss anymore, so it doesn't really make sense. And number two, I don't know, it just sounds kind of lame to me. I realized that pretty quickly after I made the username actually. If I could change my username on YouTube, I would do that in a heartbeat. So yeah, that's the story behind FBWalshyFTW, and I've actually never been that good at making up usernames, really. It's really hard to come up with like creative username for websites because these websites usually have a ton of users by the time you make an account, so there aren't many options left. So it really takes a lot of creativity and just time to make something awesome. And I give up pretty easily, so I've never been able to come up with good stuff for websites. And one example actually is Gamers for Change. When I was coming up with the name for this movement, I wanted it to, one, capture the essence of what we're trying to do, and number two, be creative. But the first one was a priority since being creative is a bit difficult since most of the stuff on YouTube is taken. So one name I really liked actually was Invisible Gamers, because if you watch the video Get Diggerstrummed, we plugged this organization called Invisible Children, and what they do is they try to raise attention and raise funds for these children in Uganda whose lives were torn apart by the Ugandan civil war. So these children were previously invisible in the eyes of the public, I guess, and they're trying to make them visible by raising attention to them. And this relates to what we're trying to do, because gamers on YouTube, or just gamers in general, are generally, I don't know, sort of invisible because we're all sort of anonymous. And by trying to just, I don't know, get people to introduce themselves a bit, we're trying to make gamers less invisible. So I thought this was pretty clever. But sadly, Invisible Gamers was taken, so I had to settle with Gamers for Change, which it just sounds really cliche to me. Anyways, the question I want to ask for this video is, if you could come up with a name for this movement besides Gamers for Change or Invisible Children, what would it be? Number one, I want to know out of curiosity, and number two, there's actually, you can't change your username on YouTube, but there's a little channel title thing on the channel page in the top left, I think. And right now it's set on Invisible Gamers, and if someone comes up with an idea that's not Invisible Gamers or Gamers for Change, and a lot of people like it, and then we here at Gamers for Change will review that idea, and if it gels with all three of us, then we'll change Invisible Gamers on the title portion of the channel page to whatever this idea is. So just get to brainstorming, and even if you can't come up with something but you see something that you like, please give it a thumbs up so that it can go to the top of the comment section so we can conveniently see all the best ideas. So I hope you all had a Merry Christmas, and hope you all have an awesome New Year, and peace out, guys.